So guys, welcome to my best Android applications for July 2017. Now as always, we've got a few really special ones on this list, so be sure to stay till the end and let me know in the comments below which one is your favourite. With that being said, let's get started. So, first on the list is AppLock, and essentially its functionality boils down to this. You can choose any combination of services, applications and commands to be locked, and any time an application has been locked, it means that only you can access it. And you can protect these by a bunch of different methods. It's got the standard ones like the screen pattern, the same way you might unlock your smartphone, and it's also got access to your fingerprint scanner. But more impressively are its alternate options, for example a random keyboard which lets you enter a password, but at the same time it randomizes the keyboard so any onlooker won't be able to replicate it. So number 2 is pretty fun. This is called Text Converter, and it allows you to translate any text you're about to send to somebody into a completely different form. Now the best bit about it is that all of these forms can be copied and pasted, and they will appear as it shows in the application. You can put your words into patterns, you can translate them into entirely different looking fonts, or you can even flip them upside down. And most of the time when I tried this, I got some pretty impressive reactions. So next up we've got Spizy. Now what this allows you to do, and this is probably more tailored for the parents among you, it allows you to completely monitor the activity on another smartphone. So the other phone could be an Android phone, it could be an iOS phone, it doesn't really matter. But the truly impressive thing here was the extent to which you can monitor the activity on the other device. Everything from the videos they've watched to their browser history to the incoming and outgoing calls they've used and the games they're playing. It's really extensive. Unfortunately, a lot of that functionality you don't get for free and you do have to pay a monthly fee. So rolling in at number 4 we've got AppZone, one of my favourites on the list because essentially without really doing anything you can earn money by using apps and games. So depending I suppose on how much the app company is getting paid for you using each of the apps, you'll also get paid a certain amount. Now, it's pretty simple. You simply download the applications and it measures the period of time for which you engage with them for. And the longer you do it, the more you get paid. And the way you get paid is through in-app credits, which can then be spent for Amazon vouchers, iTunes, Google Play, and a whole lot more. Now, it is worth noting that it can take quite a bit of time to start unlocking these rewards. But on the flip side, there are a lot of popular applications which you can be earning points for. So chances are you might even be playing them already, so you might as well be earning points for them. So next up we've got Screenshot Utility. And to be honest, I'm a little bit annoyed with myself for not finding this guy earlier. Essentially, it allows you to take screenshots by holding down your home button. And not only that, but it gives you a nice little menu. So not only is it a more convenient way of taking photos, but you can instantly crop them, download them, or share them to somebody else. So to be honest, the last time I showed an alarm application on this video was probably sometime last year, but this one is exactly what I've been wanting for a really long time. It's called Spot On Alarm, and to begin with it has all the basic features you'd expect. You can control vibration, which days it comes on, and a label for the alarm. But the real selling point here is the fact that it links to Spotify. Unlike most alarm applications, you don't have to have already physically downloaded the track for it to be able to play as an alarm. And you can also set different tracks to different times, which I thought was really cool. Right, so next up we have Flyso, one application that unifies your Twitter, your Instagram, and your Facebook. So without switching between applications facing more loading times, you can be automatically logged on and flicking between 3 different feeds at once. It's pretty convenient, and I think you don't quite realize how useful it is until you're in it. So then we've got the ZZ Icon Pack, currently in early access, but it is getting updated quite quickly. And this has to be one of the most precise, most elegant and most refined icon packs I've used. Whilst the icons don't necessarily share a consistent shape, which are normally the kind of packs I go for, they just look so polished. They're really colourful, they're really bright and super high resolution. The only downside being that right now there just aren't quite enough icons there to really make much use of it, but it might be worth downloading it now and seeing where it goes. Next up, WrapUp, and this is kind of like the voice recorder that you probably should have had to begin with. So the main feature here is the ability to have highlights. So normally when you're listening to a speech, there are probably only a few small sections which you really need to listen to, and this one really brings those to life. So for these sections you can easily skip between them, you can add notes for them, and you can come back to those specific points at any one time. So also in early access we've got LightX, which is one photo editing application that fits in the functionality of about 4 other ones. There are so many options here. And these aren't just basic options, they span from being able to add simple filters, the kind you might see on Instagram and Twitter, all the way to being able to manipulate individual objects. You've got your standard stuff like your vignettes and your shadows, but at the same time you can actually manipulate perspective and let the image auto-correct itself, and it genuinely looks, after post-processing, that it's originally been taken from that angle. Super impressive stuff. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video of best Android apps. If you did, be sure to drop a like and let me know in the comments down below which one was your favourite. With that being said, I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.